How you doing, YouTube? As promised, I'm making the pre-trip video. Do not have a something to point at the items with. However, I do have my back scratcher, so I'll be using that. Don't judge me. It's the best I got with me on the road. So without further ado, I'm going to get to it. All right, I made this video earlier. For that reason, there was error uploading, so that's why part 2 came out before part 1. Was about to come out before part 1. So yes, I'll read to you verbatim what the sheet says. Look at the front of the tractor. Look at the front clearance lights. I have the hood up right now. So I don't have to do it when I get to that portion of the pre-trip. But yeah, front of the tractor. Check the front clearance lights, the lens and reflectors. The lights that are above the rail, like it looks like it's on the border of the hood. Those are your clearance lights, properly mounted, not damaged, clean, amber, colored lens, reflective and functional. Make sure they're amber in color, you have to say that. Make sure your front headlights are working. As you can see, mine are on, the high beams are on, as well as the 4 ways to let you know that they are working. Also do a general overview of the truck to make sure that you have nothing leaking like coolant, oil, or any other fluid from the engine. You'll move to the passenger side. From here, you will examine the engine, all right? I'm gonna go off of memory, and also I will add different things that should be on the sheet that aren't on there. I need to do it in a systematic way. All right, the one to help you keep from missing things, and also it'll help you keep from missing things, and also you'll get a good flow of how to do it, and you'll get into everything. Do it the same way every single time, so that way you'll be able to do it easily. All right. Air filter, all right, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not leaking. Also the indicator, make sure you note the indicator. If the air filter needs to be changed, it will be popped out. All I gotta do is just get it changed, push it back in. All right, turbocharger, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing, not leaking any air or any soot. If it does have soot, that lets you know there's a leak. It'll be black. All right, alternator, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. It is belt driven. All right, make sure it has all the nuts and bolts. The belts cannot have any more than 3/4 of an inch free play. All right, so make sure you touch each item that you're talking about in the pre-trip. All your hoses, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. If it is a hose, remember the ABC. The hose got ABCs. Abrasion, bulges, and cuts cannot have any of those. All right, if it is a belt, not frayed, not damaged, not broken, not missing. All right, you have the radiator fan, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. No chips in the actual fan blades. Radiator fan housing, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Intercooler system, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Frame, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Contains no illegal cuts, holes, or welds. All the bolts are there. Shock absorber, properly mounted, not damaged, not missing. Damn, these bugs out here. My next place where I'm picking up at. All right. Shock absorber mount, properly damaged, not broken, not missing. Not missing any nuts or bolts. U-bolts, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Leaf springs, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing, and there's no cracks. All right. Brake hoses, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Your washer fluid, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not leaking. All right. Brake chamber, properly mounted, not damaged, not leaking. Slack adjuster, push rod. Slack adjuster, push rod. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. All right. Brake drum, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Brake lining, you have to say it. You will not be able to see it during the test, but you have to say it. Now, as you can see, in there, inside this little peephole looking thing, that's where you'll find your lining. You have to use a mirror and a flashlight to look inside. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Cannot have less than a 1/4 inch of lining. All right. Axle seal on the inside. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. All right. Now, you also have your steering linkage. Consists of the lower steering arm and the tie rod. Properly mounted, not damaged, connected at the ball joint, and securely fastened with a castle nut and cotter key or cottering pin, whichever one is your preference, as long as you say it. Lower steering arm, castle nut, and cotter pin goes through it. Steering arm, castle nut, cotter pin. All right. Tires. All right. You need to check the inside surface, the tread surface, and the outside. Make sure there's no cuts, holes. Make sure it's the way it needs to be. Make sure the tread surface of your steering tires, big point right here, do not mess these numbers up. Tread surface of your steer tires cannot be less than 4/32. Then you will check the rim. All right. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. No legal cuts, holes, or welds. Lug nuts, properly mounted, not damaged, not missing. Tightened all the way down. Then, while you're going around the rim, you have to annotate the portion where you put the air in. Make sure that you note that the covers allow you to put air into the tire without taking the cover off, and that it is indeed there. You have your hub oil seal and your hub oil. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not leaking. All right, move to the driver's side. Coolant reservoir, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not leaking. Make sure coolant is filled between the minimum and the maximum. Again, hoses, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not leaking. All right, more hoses. Frame, same thing as the other side. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken. No illegal cuts, holes, or wells. All right. All right. You also have your air compressor. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not leaking any air. All right. You also have your power steering reservoir. Properly mounted, not damaged, not, yes. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not leaking. Also filled to the middle of the minimum and the maximum. All right. You have your steering shaft, steering gearbox, and steering linkage, which consists of the pitman arm, drag link, connected to the upper and lower steering arm, upper and lower, upper, lower. Pitman arm, drag link, upper, lower. Securely fastened with a castle nut and cotter pin. Same as the other side. And also the brakes, the push rod, the slack adjuster, the tires, the rims, etc., etc., etc. It will all be the same on this side as the other side. Moving on down. Mirror, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Has all the nuts and bolts. All right, make sure you can check the handle of the door. Properly mounted, not damaged, not missing. Allows you to actually be able to open the door properly. You actually have the lining of the door. Also, mention that you have a 10-pound ABC fire extinguisher and your emergency triangles in the side compartment. The steps, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Able to support your weight. Check the fuel cap. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Also has the rubber seal on the bottom of it. Make sure you take that off and show it. Rear of the truck. Fuel tank, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. All right. Air tank for your air goes. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Also inspecting the rear of the vehicle, making sure that it's just it's not messed up, it's not broken, it's the way it needs to be. All right. Your cab shock absorber, cab airbags. One over there, one over there. Airbag, one right there, one right there. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing, not leaking any air. Okay? Remember, see how I'm going in order? just everything, just keep on going in order, just list it off, all right? Now you have the air lines and the electrical line. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. The catwalk. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Able to support your weight. Frame. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. No illegal cuts, holes, or wells. The frame of the truck, can't miss it. Drive shaft. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. All right. Drag link. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Tires. All right. Same as the drive tires. All right. Say the same things. The only difference is the tread surface on the drive tires have to be, cannot have any less than 230 seconds. Steers are 430 seconds, drives are 230 seconds. All right, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Make sure you say all of that. Also, we have bud rims on our tires. So make sure you annotate that you say bud rims and not spacers. All right. Now, you also want to get into down here, you have the airbags, leaf springs, and the U-bolts on the back side, slack adjusters and push rods, and the whole brake chambers. Same thing as before, except on the drive tires and drive axles, it has to be inverted at 90 degrees. And then we'll move to the trailer. All right, front of the trailer, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. All the rivets are not, they're where they're supposed to be and they're not sawed off. Trailer is inspected, and it also is up to date with the inspection and registration. All right, go down here. Make sure the kingpin and the kingpin apron properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Trailer is connected so you can't see it. Make sure that it is connected to the fifth wheel as it should be. No daylight in between. Check the nuts and bolts on the fifth wheel, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Also remember that the fifth wheel sometimes is a sliding fifth wheel depending on the kind of truck you have. ROEHL does not have sliding fifth wheels, so you do not have to say it on the pre-trip. But just remember that if your company does have sliding fifth wheel, then you need to mention it on the pre-trip. Move to the wall of the trailer. No abrasions, bulges, no cuts or holes. Make sure it's flat and not bulging. Check the rivets as you're going down. Make sure your DOT reflective tape covers at least 50% of the side of the trailer. Also, you have your frame cross members. They look like ribs. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Still checking the trailer. You go down. Check the crank handle and your landing gear. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Continue checking the trailer. Checking the side. Make sure everything's where it needs to be. Make sure your lights are working. Come down to the trailer axles. All right. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Airlines down here. Make sure they are separated, not touching, so they won't rub holes in each other. Make sure your tandems are the way they need to be, set in place. Also, the rear wheels on the trailer, the exact same as the drive axle, as far as the brakes, and they also have their rims. They're not spacers. All right. Mud flaps, properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. They hang at least 6 inches off the ground. Keep in mind DOT reflective tape. All right, you're gonna get to the rear of the trailer. Make sure your lights are working. All right, check the hinges on the door. So you have the hinges right there. Check them. Make sure they're the way they're supposed to be. You have the reflective tape on the DOT bar. Do not say bumper, it's the DOT bar. Properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. You're supposed to inspect the inside of the trailer. Make sure it's not messed up. Make sure it's clean. Make sure you don't have nails and whatnot coming off the floor. Check the license plate. Make sure you have the light on it. Make sure it's properly mounted, not damaged, not broken, not missing. Make sure the reflective tape covers at 100% of the bumper, and also the reflective tape will cover 100% of the bottom portion of the door. Once you do that, you'll come down to the passenger side of the vehicle. Now, considering that you will do the right thing, study, and know your pre-trip, you'll be able to go and successfully say, I've done the entire driver's side of the truck. That being said, everything that I said on the driver's side will apply to the passenger side, and that will be the end of the pre-trip. Little pointers I will give. I do not recommend doing that. You can do that if you think you're hot shit and you know the pre-trip like the back of your hand. But here's the catch. Let's say you do say that. The pre-trip is based off of a point system. So if you, let's say you're going, let's say you need 80 points to pass, and you're down to 39 points going down the entire side of the truck that I just showed. You get 39 points. If you go and say, oh, everything that I said on the driver's side applies to the passenger side, all 39 of those points will go all the way down, because everything that you missed will be completely missed on the other side too, because you went and said just go on the way down and everything I said on the driver's side applies to the passenger side. Each section of the truck, say it over again. Doesn't matter even if you did say it right and you know you said it right the first time. Whatever portion of the pre-trip you have to do, make sure you go and say everything over again. Doesn't matter if you feel it's redundant or not, it will help you in the long run, because if you catch an error, you will actually be able to say that also applies to the last section, or whatever portion that applies to that you missed. You'll actually be able to go and recoup those points. So that's why it's good to say the whole thing, even if it is redundant, and say it in the same order every time, so you'll become familiar with it, and you'll have a rhythm. All right, like I said, there was an error uploading the first version, so here is the part 1 of the 3-part series. All right, have a great day.